Hello and welcome everybody. It's that adventure guy with a new day, a new adventure. Today's adventure brings us all the way out. I say all the way out, it's not that far. It's about 20 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. We are in McKeesport and we are actually at the historic Greenock log house, which was built in around 1790. Looks like, according to this. And they are having a real special, smaller vendor event today. So we're gonna take a look, see some crafts and stuff, but more importantly, we're gonna end up by heading inside that old log house that's over 200 years old. That's pretty crazy. Let's go do this adventure, guys. And it looks like there's a second barn here too that's open, so we're gonna go into both of those. Right next to that, look at this. This is pretty cool. An old buggy, maybe like a kind of Quaker buggy or something. Very cool. I wonder how old that is. And see where the horse used to be strapped to it right there. Let's go see if we can get a peek inside of it. There you go. Could you imagine sitting inside of here? I mean, that's how you drive it right there. You, I guess, hold on the reins. I'm guessing they didn't have steering wheels for this thing. I don't know why I'm putting it down like there's going to be a steering wheel, but oh, look, you can see the ground right underneath it. That's wild. I just love how, like, crudely these were made. I mean, it's just what you need. You got the wheel here, and this is literally the brake. It just pushes right up against the wheel. No rotors or anything like that back in those days. So cool. Okay, it does look like the barn is open, so let's go take a quick peek. Oh, wait, before we do that, look. What is this thing? Some kind of old mill, I'm guessing? Yeah, I looked around. I don't really see anything telling me what this is, but by the looks of it, I'm guessing some kind of mill. The grain would probably shoot out here. Something would spin in there and grind it all up. That is just my guess. I could be completely wrong about that. Looks like an old saddle right here. Oh, very, very cool. I just noticed this little guy hiding in the corner. I know I'm not the only one that has spent $1 or $2 trying to get a ball inside one of those. So I've never done it to this day. All right, let's go inside, see what we can find. My gosh, look at this cash register. This is so cool. I wonder how old that is. That thing has definitely got some age to it. Super cool. It looks like they do have like a little bake sale set up here. Got some coffee over there. Some other things to eat over here. Got some cookies and stuff. Look at this. This is so cool. It looks amazing. Oh my gosh, my blood sugar is raising already just looking at this stuff. Oh. Very, very good looking. If we go to the other side, they have a little gift shop area set up. So let's take a peek over here. This is cool. I love like the craftsy stuff. You know this. But yeah, you got the nice little t-shirt up there. I like the t-shirt a lot. Very cool. You have some trees set up over here. Look at that, 25 bucks. That's big. I mean, it's probably about 3 feet tall. Very nice stuff over here. Got a little squirrel feeder. The birdhouse underneath there. This is super fun. I was wondering why it was getting so hot when I was standing by the food. That explains it. It feels really good right there.
Everybody keeps coming in and standing underneath it.
Okay, let's keep on looking, see what else we can find. Oh, it looks like we have some delicious food being cooked up over here. We got some hot dogs and hot dogs and kibasi, looks like. Look at that. Oh, that looks good. Very yummy. And we just met up with our friend Charles, and he has some stuff here to show us. First, before we get to this stuff, let's address what's going on here. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a lot of different things. The gorget actually goes back to the 12th century when they wore them underneath of their chin, under their helmet, and over top of their breastplate for sword fighting. It would bounce up or down, but it wouldn't cut their throat. If a Native American wanted to know what they would look like, all they needed to do was go down to the stream and find a pool of water. But if a fish goes through it, it would be distorted. The highest would be a mirror.
There I was high.
Because a mirror doesn't lie. Is a model from the year 1740 flintlock. It's rifled. It's a 50 caliber, has a crown barrel. And now we're going to go hunting for that guy.
There you go, right there, the little deer. And I'm not going to stand between you and that because you never stand in front of a gun.
So this is called a Jaeger. In English, it's called a hunter.
Okay, now you were just telling me that. What is this?
That's a musket ball for my rifle. But if you pound it down with the tomahawk, you can make dice. You can lengthen it out and make a lead pencil. You can crimp it and make it a sinker for your fishing line.
Okay, this is your fishing line. And, that's awesome. On an old horn there.
Or you can make a button out of it. So there's 4 different types of things you can make out of a musket ball.
Who knew? Okay, now it's time for the main event. Let's go inside this old log cabin from 1790. I mean, I'm kind of old myself, but this got me beat by a little bit. Before we go in, no, look, it's the rack. It's the rack. You go in here, put your head through here. There we go. Your arms through the side here. Oh no, I've been bad. All right, let's get back out. Let's go inside. I just noticed a little well right next to it. Welcome 1790, it says. Super cool. An old little wagon down there. I'm like literally walking on history right now. Now, I already did leave a donation, so don't think I'm skipping out, but we left a donation already. Very cool. Oh, we got a little welcome book here, so I'm going to put my name down. Yay, the name has been placed in the proper area. Let's go take a peek inside. This is open, yeah. There's a little fire going. Look at this. Oh, this is cool. Wow. It's like I just stepped back into history, guys. This is incredible. And we're here with Mark. He's going to show me around one of the volunteers here.
Okay, it's called a turkey breast fireplace, which has 2 sides.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there is. There's a part of it here, and then the other half of it's over here. I don't know if I've ever seen one like that before.
It's very rare. Okay, so this one's deeper. So this would have been where they would have done all the cooking. It has the crane, which hangs the pot on, so you can move it in and out.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
Okay, that's called a reflector oven.
Okay.
It's like today's rotisserie.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It
yeah.
reflects the heat off the
Yep.
fire, and you would have a thing where you can keep turning the roast or the chicken. And on the bottom is a little valve where the grease would come out, and they would save that grease for their oil lamps.
Okay. Okay, so they would save the grease from it and put it into one of these.
Like an oil lamp, yeah, one of those, or a Betty lamp.
Oh, that's cool.
And this fireplace would probably been mainly for heat.
Okay.
So originally, we don't know when it was put in, but there was a wall separating both of them. So this would have been your cooking, and this would have been.
Now, nowadays, a lot of people have fireplaces, but they're just used mainly for decoration for the most part. These were actually utilized. You basically needed a fireplace back then.
So, and that gave you light during the night.
Okay.
You know, so I was just explaining about the candles. This is a hand dipped one, and they would do molding, but they were very expensive. And this is the time of year that they would have started making them for the winter time. And you see people today would have candles in the windows like we do here. They wouldn't have had that
Okay.
because they were sold and bought by.
They're expensive. Yeah.
Bought by the pound, not by the.
So when you're
candle.
seeing like the movies and stuff with the candles, that's not how
They
it
were
was.
really wealthy. Now they had a guy that was his profession
Yes.
to make candles.
And obviously they didn't have flashlights or anything like that back then.
Exactly.
This was your flashlight, so you used it when you needed it, and that's only because.
So they had different types of different candle
Yes.
holders. This
Yeah.
is called, it's called a rush light.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
It's a plant that grows in a swamp, and they would dry it at the stalk of it, and dip it in grease or tallow, and get it hard, and then they would stick it in here, sideways, so you could light it on both ends
Oh.
and give you more light.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
okay.
it stunk, and they called that the poor man's candle. But there's different types. I mean, this is a horn container. It's made out of cow horn,
Oh wow.
and then
So this down here's the cow. Look at that. So that's a cow horn.
mm-hmm.
That's cool. Now I was eavesdropping on you
Okay.
when you were talking about the little lantern that you would carry.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is the like the barn lantern. Or
Yes.
There's a couple hanging, but the reason to get the light, you would have it open. But I mean, in the barn or whatever, they would close it, and you would get a little bit of light. So if it got accidentally kicked over, or whatever, it wouldn't start a fire
Now,
because it's enclosed.
What really caught my attention with it, though, you said everybody had differently designed. They see how ornate this
Now,
is.
I don't know how true that is, but I was told that different people would have different designs on it. So when the neighbor would come at night and hold the lantern, you could tell which neighbor it was.
So that was basically the equivalent of looking at your Ring doorbell nowadays, is looking at the lantern.
Yeah, see that? And then not everybody was privy to have glass. This type of lantern went all the way into the Civil War time, but not everybody had glass. So this lantern's made out of cow horn too.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, a wooden lantern.
So, I mean, is it the cow horn just big enough that they can find it flat like that, or do they do
what
something
they
to
do
it?
is they heat it. It makes it pliable,
Okay.
and it comes in layers. So you could pry the layers apart to make it thinner. And then once you got the sheet off, you could lay it to make it flat, and then you could end up with
I never knew that you could
and it's
manipulate
almost- it's
a
almost
horn like that.
like plastic.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
is
transient. You know, you could see it.
Yeah,
through,
yeah,
so that-
absolutely. I can tell, yeah.
It's not as bright as what a glass would be,
No, but
it's enough to let light out.
that is cool. And I'm sure that was probably a lot cheaper, a lot easier to make.
Like even some of the windows, you know, they would have had like they wouldn't have had a lot of windows.
Yeah, yeah.
They would have had cowhide or something like that that you can still let the light in, you know.
Now, something that I love to do on my spare time is play myself a game. And look at this. You guys are awesome. That right there was a Game of Thrones moment, I believe. When they leave the coffee cup at the end there.
Okay.
Look at this. That is cool. Nice little checkerboard or chess, I guess. But I believe this one, looking at the pieces, is checkers.
In the 18th century, they didn't call it checkers; they called it draughts.
They called it, I'm sorry, what did they call it?
Draughts.
Draughts. I just learned that too. I'm learning all kinds of stuff here today. So draughts you would play. Now I assume it was played similar to the checkers. Though, right?
Same
Same exact.
name,
Okay,
just a different name.
different name. Now I've noticed something in this corner that really, really caught my eye because I've seen a Disney movie or two. And that being said, this is as close as I'm going to get because I don't want to prick my finger on this thing and fall asleep.
That's called a walking wheel.
Uh-huh.
And what you do is when you would spin your yarn, you would spin the wheel and stand back and walk towards it.
Okay. Very cool. What would that do to the yarn? Would that spin it or would that actually...
It twists the fiber
Okay.
together to make so it would make a fabric.
Okay.
So that fabric could either be wool or flax. This is flax, and it's got a hard case. They would grow this in most Pennsylvania.
Is it okay if I touch it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's it feels like hay almost.
yeah. So most farmers would grow this. Okay, and then they would soak it and then let it dry. And once it's dried, they would put this in this thing. It's called a break. So we put the whole stalk in there and then break it. So it crunches it, and then once it's crunched, they would put it over here. And they called it suction. They would smack it like that, and that would take all these little hard things out. And then you didn't get them quite all out, so then you would come over here.
Back when I had longer hair, I used to do the same thing with my hair.
You could come over here, and you'd run it through this thing called a hatchet.
Oh,
You-
that looks like a medieval torture device. Oh, I was not expecting that to be underneath there.
So you would go like that, and it would pull all that stuff out. Then it was ready.
Okay,
ready
so
for the spinning.
that would kind of like basically be a brush for it. Oh, look at this. Okay. That's how it's done right there. You can see the guy smacking it on top of that. Now, is that that one right there?
No, it's a different.
That's a different, okay. Very, very cool stuff.
So-
Now, is this the same as the other one, just smaller, or is that
This is
something
a
different?
regular spinning wheel where you sat.
Okay.
And pumped it. So once they came out with this where you could sit and just sit there with and pump it instead of walking
Okay, so
around.
by pumping it, you mean this down here? They would push on this up and down, and that would make this whole thing spin.
That would make this go.
Yeah, you can kind of see that moving.
Yeah.
Super cool. That is amazing.
So if you're using flax, which is linen, from the field to making your shirt, 365 days.
Wow. So 1 year to make one shirt. Wow. Yeah, that's.
Once you got the.
So I imagine. I mean, I know my closet is completely full. Back then, I don't think I'd have a full closet like I do today.
That's why clothes was passed down.
Yeah.
It was very valuable.
So it would not be uncommon for me to be wearing my parents or my grandparents.
Now, I would put it in my will to my son or grandson for him. So a lot of the stuff, like this is a 1750 waistcoat they call it.
Okay.
In the during the Revolution, they shortened them. They were here, but if it was passed down from a family member, you would still have this.
Okay, that is just. I mean, you don't think about that today. Today, what do we do with our clothes? We either throw them away or donate them to Goodwill. Back then, I mean, in a will, not just pass it down. It was actually written in the will that you would get the clothes. That's just.
And then also
so cool.
too, you mentioned about a closet.
Yes.
If you notice in older houses, they have a real small closet or no closets at all.
Okay, I was gonna say I have not noticed anything down here at least. Now there's an upstairs, but
They used to get taxed on closets.
there's a tax on closet.
At one point, there was taxes on closets.
Oh my
There was
gosh.
taxes on candles. There was taxes on windows. This one's the land area of where this log house is.
Okay, now is this? I wanted to ask that actually. Is this the original location of the log house?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't moved or
Never
anything.
moved. And gentleman, I don't know if you can find him on there. His name was Robert Wilson, and it's, the land patent and warranty was in 1789.
And you were saying there's
86.
something not really associated to the house, but pretty.
Is a land patent from the state of Pennsylvania?
Look at that. When was this from? Is there a date on it?
I think there is one.
That is amazing. That's got some age and a half to it.
1941.
Okay, yeah, we just found it says February of 1741. So that, I'm guessing this is probably the oldest thing in this house right now. That is, wow, look at that. Oh, that is so, try to get out of the thing there. That is so cool. And look, there's even a coffee stain on it.
That's the seal.
Oh, that's a seal. Okay, wait, let me see. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's cool. Oh, wow, that is so cool. Here's me thinking it was coffee stain. Shows where my mind is right now.
So being valuable, we don't keep it here.
Yeah, no. I definitely don't blame you on that.
Pulled some of the chinking, which is the cement or
Okay.
mortar that holds the
So
water.
is that that's what's actually on this wall here is cement?
It's called chinking,
Chinking.
and what it is it's mud, hay, and other things mixed together to hold it. I think this has been redone.
Okay, yeah.
But when I was redoing the floor, I pulled out these rags, which what they would use for insulation.
Huh. Oh wow, look at that.
And the president took it home and cleaned them. And it's a lady.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lady's top.
And that was in the wall.
That was down there in the wall. And then in the back.
Is it okay if I touch it?
Yes. And in the back is a
This.
man's vest.
This is a man's vest. Look at that. That is and actually really soft. I'm pretty surprised at how
So
soft
we're
that is.
thinking Victorian age, so
Wow.
around 1840, 1850.
That is amazing. That is so cool.
Civil War time.
So, my house is a little significant. It was actually built in 1894, I believe. So it's got a little age. Not quite as much as this, though. This is so amazing. Thank you for opening this up for us. Now, you said that there's an upstairs too, right?
Yes.
All right, let's go take a peek up there. Just kind of looking at the walls here. Look at this. You can see maybe it looks like there used to be a door here, maybe. Pretty cool. Okay, let's go take a peek and see what the upstairs looks like. Wow, this is just so cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous stepping on floor. I'm sure it is structurally sound fine, but it's from 1790. A little nervous about it. Oh, no, it's not creaking or anything though. It is safe. It is definitely structurally sound. Look at this. There's the bedroom. Actually, here's one bedroom. This must have been, I'm guessing, the master bedroom. It looks like it's the biggest. Really cool. Now the ceilings are a little bit low. I'm about almost 6 foot tall, and this is maybe a foot above me, so probably about a 7 foot ceiling up here. Looks like a smaller bedroom over here. Wow. You can just see they got like all kind of time period things here. You got like a bearskin rug or some kind of skin rug over there. Look at this little mini cannon. I wonder if that was actually useful or if that was a toy. Someday, the casino will give me one of these big checks. I know it. Someday. Not today. But look at this old clothes over here. Oh, this is cool. I mean, how amazing was that thing that he found in the wall? That was awesome. An old newspaper from the Pittsburgh Gazette. Now, we used to have the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I wonder if that was the same one. Looks like this has a date of 1794 on it. Very cool. You can see the, I'm guessing these are the writing utensils there, the feathers with a quill. That's probably the ink down there, I assume. Wow. What is this? A little book of Treasure Island down there. Oh, here's that closet that he was talking about. It's, I mean, you can just kind of see there's not much at all to the closet. You can maybe, if you're lucky, get one shirt this way into it. And like, oh, obviously that many of them that way, but you might be able to get I don't even know. A shirt might not fit in there this way. Oh, that's a tight thing there. I actually own this game at home. Now this one has some age to it. Mine does not. Mine is definitely an Amazon open box special that I got for $5, but fun game, highly recommend it. I just noticed this over here next to the bed. I guess that would be your light for the bedroom right there. Probably swivels. You could probably put it over top of the bed if you're trying to read or something. I assume they probably read in bed. I don't know. It looks like this right here was a little schoolhouse room. A little classroom. Look at that. Oh, check out these little desks. Oh, this is so cool. And we had desks not quite this old. We had plastic ones, but they were almost a similar style, but the front of them lifted up. You could put all your stuff inside. I don't know. Do they still use desks like that today? Little chalkboard over here. This is just absolutely fantastic. Now, there's like a thing there. I wonder if that was from one of the fireplaces downstairs, maybe the little mantle. Of course, this must have been where the teacher would sit. You got the apple there, so that signifies that's a universal sign that that's a teacher's desk right there. It got the apple on it. I'm just gonna take a guess in the dark and say that these books are not I don't think Little Golden Book are period correct. I could be wrong. These are older, but no. Now this is kind of interesting. I don't know if this is from the period. I found this little section right here that has wallpaper on it. I wonder if that's like original wallpaper back here. I don't know. That's cool. But yeah, you can see that it just kind of ends here, and then the rest of it, that's the only place in this whole house that I've noticed wallpaper. So I don't know. Maybe it is right there. Maybe that is original, or at least definitely has some age to it, if anything. Back in the master bedroom, and I noticed this ladder right here. So there must have been like a little attic section up there that you could get closed off currently at the time, and I'm not trusting myself climbing up that ladder either. But yeah, I'm guessing they had like a little attic up there for storage. Wow, I mean, every inch of this house was utilized for something, and it's actually a lot bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. And of course, there's no carpet here. It's all hardwoods. But I think, speaking of the hardwoods, we're gonna head on down these steps and head down to the bottom floor.
It's not easy, but you had so much control of your life.
Made my way back downstairs, and look at this. There's a party down here now. A lot of people in here. Notice this old coat rack here. You got, look at the old-timey hat. Some old clothes on it. That is so cool. Okay, I think we've seen enough in here. Time for us to go face the light. Oh, look, there's a horse back there. How did I miss the horse before? This is absolutely an amazing experience. So cool to see. Again, this is in McKeesport. They have events going on all the time where they open this up to the public. I highly recommend checking it out if you're ever in the area and it is open. Very cool. But that's going to do it today for the adventure. Thank you guys for coming along, enjoying this history with me. A little blast from the past, if you will. But that's going to do it. Be kind to each other. I'll see you guys all on the next adventure. Bye, guys.